this video is going to be the first video on my Synastry series. I haven't seen anybody else make videos on this subject. This personally was it was a specific thing that really got me into astrology. It was basically just finding out the dynamic in my relationships. I would love to just go ahead and spread that knowledge, help people get an understanding of what's going on within their own energies and just the dynamic that they have with other people as well. So this is going to be on the nature of Moon and Mars. Okay, so when these two planets come together, it's an indication of a very strong attraction. This is because Mars is a masculine planet and the Moon is a feminine planet. And it basically works on that old adage that opposites attract. The placement of your Moon is a very personal and intimate part in your chart, okay? It also, it's always present in your energy. And the way I see it is it's influenced by what I've learned from Vedic astrology, that the Moon actually represents our minds. But I also like to see it as the Moon is it's the closest planet to the Earth. So it has a very intimate connection to us. It rules the tides of our emotions. The sign and house of your Moon shows where you find satisfaction and nourishment. It is a vital planet in your natal chart. It shows, like I said, it shows what exactly gives you happiness, and it's not just happiness in a Venusian way of like contentment and enjoying the pleasurable things in life. This is more of like, it satisfies your needs. It satisfies everything that you feel that you need in order to feel happy. So it's more of a basic drive. It's tied to our subconscious needs, which segues into my introduction into the next planet, which is Mars. So Mars is also a vital planet. Its energy expresses itself often with a sense of urgency. It is action-oriented and extremely reactive. This planet is not emotional like the Moon, but instinctual. It is when you have that impulse without thinking, you act. This is why I particularly like this contact between these two planets, because while there's a difference in between the two planets, they do share this link of sensitivity. Both Mars and the Moon are sensitive. When you meet someone who has Moon-Mars synastry with you, there will be an attraction almost on a primal level. When you are the Moon, you don't have to do anything at all to get the other's attention. In the case of Venus and Mars, what Venus must do to get the other person to pay attention to them is they have to basically just kind of work their charm and work to please them, and then that's when the Mars will find that whatever they're expressing, this relationship-y vibe, all these Venusian things, that their Mars is actually, it resonates with their Mars and their sexual assertiveness and all those things, so that there's a link between those two energies. But with Moon and Mars, the Moon is simply, that's you. That's just you, just who you are. It's you at your most basic level. It's your Moon is, you know, your needs. It's your emotions. It's your mind. It's a very personal part of you. And when the Mars has a link to the Moon, you're gonna see that you won't have to do really much at all to get that Mars nature going. You know, it'll just be that link between the two of you. With Moon and Mars, the sexual attraction is immediate and it's instinctual. I think there wouldn't be too much of a focus on courtship. The bond between the two could end up being very intimate very fast. It's an extremely fertile aspect to have. So one must be careful if you're not ready for children. It's like a baby making aspect, the Moon and Mars linked together. The conjunction is very intense. It can be very habit forming and addicting. This is where the couples just, you know, maybe they're not even together anymore, yet they're still being intimate because it was so satisfying for the both of them, where just kind of like in that soul level, they just feel very nourished, just hanging around their ex-lover and being close and intimate. They just feel very nourished and very well taken care of. Where can lead to hurt feelings? The way the Mars person asserts themselves often just leaves the moon feeling quite vulnerable. It leaves them feeling vulnerable and hurt, basically. Like the moon just has that hurt feeling. Like every time the Mars person asserts himself, makes a decision about something, hey, we're going this here, you know, and maybe they're just a little too abrasive, and they're just always kind of feeling like they're being trodden upon, and just like, God, like, I don't know, something about you just like hurts my feelings. Like whatever it is that you're doing, it's like hurting my feelings. So that's like kind of Moon and Mars may or may not get off on that, okay? But that's something that's something completely different. The trine is a complete treat. This can play out in a way that they instinctively know how to please you without a word being said. Okay, so you may have a certain agenda, not like an agenda, but you may have been maybe fantasizing about wanting to do this and this sexual act or something, right? And then when you hang out with someone who has the Moon Mars trine with you, they can just, you don't have to like tell them anything like that you want. Like they just instinctively pick up on it, and it's pretty amazing. It's a really beautiful connection to have with somebody. Okay, so that is my thing on Moon and Mars. Hopefully it wasn't too I'm trying to like do my videos in different places. This wasn't where I originally wanted to do my video, but you know, it's nice, and you know, if not here, I'll just do it somewhere else. All right, bye.